What's on your mind?
I'd be delighted. Though, someone else will need to watch the cook pot, of course. Magical. So, shall we? The air is ripe with magic.
What's on your mind? No room in your party. What should I do? Let's hop. Making me sweat.
At least things have stayed interesting.
Your curiosity. Sorcerer's Sundries is the finest purveyor of magical miscellany for miles around.
Where's the axes?
What they sell is far more precious than mere sword or shield. They sell knowledge, ingenuity, the wisdom of mages past.
Sounds like more your thing than mine.
Look, a bookseller. She can point us to the tome I need.
Just had a view. Come on, open up.
Action, not reaction. Into the shadows.
One with the weave. The coward's root.
Damn, it's good to be alive. Not used to lying low.
Keeping my head down.
Ready for anything.
A wizard, not a cat burglar.
Let's march.
What to do?
That's curious.
No entry to vaults. Trespassers will be disintegrated. Master Leroican.
What do we have here? Something valuable. I'd bet my horn.
Here goes nothing.
This place is trapped. Trigger that thing.
the path to the Karsus Vault.
Quite ready for you.
These notes are no mere diary. These are the visions of Karsus himself, designs for the crown he hoped to forge, and the new form of magic he planned to create with it. It seems Raphael was telling you the truth. The crown you saw atop the Elder Brain is indeed of Karsus's making. Reunite the crown with the Dead Three's netherstones, and Karsus's design might yet be completed. You could wield the power of a god. Between you and the crown, there's the small matter of the Elder Brain to contend with. For now, whatever designs of your own with regards to the crown will have to wait. But not for long. It will be in your hands soon enough, and you have quite the decision to make.
No one stopped me yet. There's a trap. Step carefully. There's a trap.
Unlock hereby the path to the Elminster Vault.
Come on, open up. You've wandered into a forbidden area. You sense it might be time to leave.
How's the orb treating you, Gale?
Elminster?
Oh, hello, my boy. No, don't mind me. I'm just enjoying a lungful of Baldurian air. Yes, a distinctive aroma, though perhaps not one worthy of bottling. Tell me, what curiosities have you and your companions discovered within the walls of this esteemed emporium? So, you have learned the truth of the enemy we face. The very tool with which its eponymous creator unmade magic itself. Perhaps now you understand what is at stake here, my boy. Though what Mr. asked of you was extreme, it was not without merit, nor demanded lightly.
What are you saying? Or rather, what are you not saying?
Mr. knows you defied her, Gale. Well, of course she knows. She's Mistra. She bids you come to her holy shrine in the Stormshore Tabernacle. There, she will grant you an audience at last.
I'm curious enough to make the attempt. All right. An audience with the mother of magic, it is.
Perhaps. Perhaps that should have been your mission right from the start. Trust in yourself. Trust in the weave. If you are willing, trust in Mystra. There is a conclusion yet to be written in this sorry tale, Gale of Waterdeep. And yours is the quill that will write it.
So all it took to get Mystra's attention was to learn how to reforge an artifact that once destroyed her. It's obvious when you stop to think about it. Well, I doubt it's an apology for asking me to die on her behalf. Whatever it is. If it's important enough to send Elminster, we can be damn sure she's serious. This is a conversation that's long overdue on both sides. I owe it to her to hear her out. Come what may afterwards. After you.
In my opinion, we should have a steel watch in every Baldurian home. Why? I'm glad you asked. It'd certainly help with the dishes. Leave him some time.
Now it's doubly so. These tax hikes are enough to make my eyes water.
Once the Watchers see off the cultists, we'll recoup.
Afternoon.
Mystra's likeness. It's been some time since I stood before her in a place like this.
I'm sure you'll understand if I remain.
There she stands, just as Elminster promised. Mystra, goddess of the weave, mother of all magic.
The old man wasn't lying. She's opened the summoning channel. Can't you feel it?
Gale's right. The very air around the statue crackles with magic. It sets your teeth on edge.
A stream of pure, undiluted weave. I only have to reach out, and it will carry me to Mystra, wherever she may be.
Go on then, Gale. We'll be here waiting for you when you're finished.
Time was, I'd have given my right arm for a chance to speak with Mystra again. The left one, too. Maybe a knee. Am I? You're right. I am a strong, capable wizard. And this is no more than a casual reunion with an ex-lover. My omnipotent, omniscient ex-lover. I always wonder what being nervous would feel like. I hate it. During my time locked away in Waterdeep, I prepared a quite comprehensive speech for her on the subject of our former relationship and the manner in which it ended. Alas, recent events have rendered the majority of it moot, so I'm going to have to improvise. Unless you have any words of wisdom to impart before I go. You'd make a fine three-dragon anti-player, you know? I think it's best I keep a cool head going into this. Approach it like a particularly high-risk round of three-dragon ante. I'll let Mistress show her flight, and then I can see how strong a chance we stand of winning the gambit. I'll only be gone for a matter of moments. The Outer Planes experience time quite differently to our own. Wait for me. Please.
Gale of Waterdeep. You look well.
As do you. But I assume we're not here solely to exchange compliments. So why am I here?
You discovered what lies at the heart of the Absolute, the crown of Karsus. And you disobeyed my instruction. Why?
Because you had no right to ask that of me. You cast me out. Remember?
You were my lover, my chosen. Yet still you know so little of me. The past cannot be undone with self-pity, nor can a future be forged. Only with the truth will you see the way ahead. The fragment of magic you tried to return to me was not of my creation. It was the Karsite weave. It is a corrupted, half-born magic, wrought in the brief moment Karsus ascended to godhood. It hungers for power, just as he did, and it can never be sated. You unleashed something that would consume all magic in existence, and yet you thought only of preserving yourself.
So that's what you're scared of. With the crown of Karsus reforged, I could take control of the Karsite weave.
You can no more control the Karsite weave than a weather vane could control a storm. That it entered your body and consumed no more than your powers was a miracle. But we will not be granted another. The only reason the orb sleeps is because I have allowed it to feed on the true weave. A temporary measure, but one that will not be enough to save us. With each day that passes, the Elder Brain threatens to become a new kind of god. Its worshippers, a scourge of soulless illithids. If you will not use the orb to end this abomination, then you must find a way to separate crown and host. When you've done this, you must surrender the crown of Karsus to me.
Great ask indeed. You've given me much to think on. As you always did.
So be it. Follow the needle of your own wisdom. We shall see how truly it leads you.
Mystra has forsaken Gale entirely. A crushing blow. But he is strong enough to persevere, I think. A bit crowded, don't you think? You'll need to swap out someone if you want me. Lead the way, then.
All's well that ends. Well, not as bad as it could have.
Let's get on with it.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
Wow. So that was Mistra. Pretty spectacular stuff. But I think Gale was right not to agree to do her bidding, no questions asked. I respect the gods, but they don't always understand what they're asking of us. Maybe immortality makes it hard to know what it's like to be one of us piggies. Proud of Gale, though. It takes some man to hold his own in front of the divine. You know I'm up for it, but your party's a little full. Now we're talking.
Go ahead. I'm listening. I've often asked myself the same question, but never really found a satisfactory answer. You clearly see something in me that I can't. The wisdom and intelligence required to overcome almost insurmountable odds, perhaps? Or the stupidity required to attempt it. I take it as a compliment either way. You don't get to be 13 centuries old without becoming a sound judge of character. And cheese, apparently.
So, Gale's hedging his bets with Mistra? I can't say I blame him. Who'd want to hold a power like the crown of Karsus in their hands just to hand it to someone else? I know what my decision would be, but we're all different, of course.
The Absolute should be a thing of the past, and I with it. Yet, at the risk of angering Mistra further, I'm glad it didn't come to that, given what has come to light. The Elder Brain. But, more importantly, the crown that it wore. Even without seeing it for myself, I could sense it. Netherese magic. So pure, so complete. I doubted what I was feeling at first. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power. The ghost of an echo of a memory. That crown was different. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it. We need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. Sorcerer's Sundries is no mere trading post. It's been serving the arcane community for centuries. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. Netherese texts are hardly commonplace, but I'm certain they'll have one or two stashed away. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicions prove to hold water, this could be the answer to all our problems. Back on mortal soil once more. I can't believe I saw it. After all this time. And what you felt was but the slightest drop, drawn from the rushing torrent that is the weave. I confess, without my former prowess, even I struggle to stand her presence. The effects on the mortal body of such unfettered magical exposure cannot be overestimated. She held back in order to protect us, to make sure I heard her. The Karsite weave, within me this whole time. I knew the orb was no ordinary ball of magic before it to be Karsus's malignant creation. Gods! How did I not see that? True enough. There's a reason such unwitting heroes have been the backbone of lyric and legend for as long as both have existed. Even so, I was hardly some naive apprentice at the time. I considered myself an archmage, and yet was fool enough to be mistaken for a common conjurer. At least now I'm armed with the truth, and Mistra's expectations. It sounds like the door to redemption is open at last. All I have to do is walk through it, carrying the crown of Karsus. Perhaps I see few other options open to me. If I ever want to reclaim those parts of myself the orb snatched away. If I ever want to be me again. I don't know. It's been so long since I dared to imagine an end to the orb's hunger. Better start thinking about it, hadn't I? Imagine being able to picture one's life ending in something other than a cataclysmic explosion. What a treat. If I can promise you one thing in return for your faith in me, it's this. I will use everything in my power to ensure we defeat this evil. I will not let you down. Now, I believe we've a date with an elder brain to get to. Shall we?
Lovely day for it.
Why, yes, Edvard. Can I call you Edvard? Well, Edvard, I do support Lord Gortash's campaign.
Steel watch, too. They're guards.
I was joking. You really are that interesting.
Stories! Get them right here!
Exactly.
Would you rather be stabbed in the gut or decapitated?
Decapitated. Hands down. It's quicker. You?
Same. Naya, Furtio. Solen Victus.
Nice day out here. Considering.
Lodge of the Society of Brilliance.
Something over there.
Well met. I am the Society's leading expert on myconid spore telepathy. But I've had to delay my experiments. Run out of spores, you see. Oh, I miss them, those myconid spores. Don't feel quite right without them. Probably shouldn't have inhaled them all so quickly. Eh?
I'm compiling a translation dictionary so warring species of the Underdark can understand each other. It's an essential step forward.
Ah, a visitor from the astral expanse. You find yourself in the cradle of all knowledge relating to the Underdark, the Society of Brilliance. Tell me, what can the Society do for you? Yes, dear Lady Esther, one of our most reliable contractors. Though unfortunately, this particular request was too much even for her. Once the dust has settled on this whole invading army mess outside the walls, I'll find another contractor. Perhaps they will have more success. Was there anything else? I should really get back to my research. Feel free to explore the lodge. Our knowledge is here for the common good, after all. I heard laughter this morning. At me, perhaps?
I wonder what Professor Limeleech really thinks of me.
So much Underdark strife comes from vying for scarce minerals. I seek to invent new, easier ways to find such ores. From plenty comes peace.
It is pleasurable to see you. Your intervention within the cult's underwater complex was a timely one. I am glad my carelessness did not cost the life of Duke Ravengard. That you also saved me was unexpected. My meeting with you led me to a most unsettling conclusion. That my kind had begun to exert influence through this cult of the Absolute. I felt illicit interference would not be conducive to this plane's survival. I sought out other infected individuals to ascertain the truth of my hypothesis. Unfortunately, I strayed too close. I was captured and transported to the prison in which you found me. There, I saw Gortash and his followers inflict cruelties far beyond any I witnessed in the Underdark. I am grateful that you were spared such a merciless fate. Once my report is completed, I will return to my usual work in the Underdark. There, at least, I may yet produce worthwhile results. Blurg and I have consulted on the matter of your reward. We first thought to ask the denizens of the Underdark for their aid in fighting the cult. Alas, our influence there remains negligible. Instead, we have selected a series of items from the Society's vaults. Given my kind's involvement in creating this evil, it is only right that I do my part in helping you defeat it, or at least improving your odds.
I publish my paper, proving that it's just hyena mite infections that make gnolls so angry, I'll be famous.
Omeluum tells me I have you to thank for its safe return. We know the risks when we go out into the field, but to lose my friend in such a way would have been most disheartening. If there's any conclusion to be drawn from this, I think it's that Omeluum and I are safest back in the Underdark. Our research there must continue. We may not be able to fight on the front lines as you do, but we may yet do some good for those who call it home. We'll depart when this absolute army is defeated. I understand you are involved in the matter. I hope our gifts will provide you with some meaningful assistance in fighting the evil Omeluum uncovered. Do let us know how you get on. So your escape from the Iron Throne was a narrow...
Genetic morality is not just theory. Precisely the attitude that is ruining this city!
Breeze must be blowing inland today, bringing in a stench of the foundry.